All right, so I met him back in 2003. A quick disclaimer, I will always refer to him as him. I will never call him by name because I don't claim him. If you was not around when I was with him, you will not know, who he is, because I'm ashamed of the guy in a nutshell. So I never, when I'm talking about him, I never say his name because I don't want nobody to know who he is because it's embarrassing. Anyway, he lived like 2 minutes away on foot from my house. Basically, I have a little cousin that was raised real close to me, basically like a brother. Our mothers are sisters. So my little cousin was talking to both of his little sisters. So that's how I met him. So like I was saying, it was the end of my senior year. He was, cool or whatever. He had a little car, had a little job. He was a year older than me, so he was out of school. I was my last year. So I started talking to him. We called ourselves being boyfriend and girlfriend. Took him to my senior prom, the whole nine. Mind you, when my mother first saw him, she was like, "Beffy, he ain't it. He ain't got it all up there. He ain't it. You don't need to talk to him. You don't need to deal with him. He ain't it." I was like, "No, ma, he alright, he cool." She was like, "No, he not." So once I graduated high school, maybe a few weeks later or a month later, something like that, we had this bright idea, like, let's have a baby. So that's what we did. Like, we conceived my daughter. And, it was 100% on purpose. No mistakes there. He knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. My mother found out I was pregnant because one day I was sitting in the kitchen eating tomatoes and salt, and I'll never forget it. She was like, "Beffy, did you get your cycle?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "I'm going to call and make you an appointment." Went to the appointment. Of course, I was pregnant. So every day, every morning before my mother went to work for like the next few weeks, my mother would be like, "I'm going to make an appointment. I'm going to make an appointment for you. You don't need to be having a baby. I'm going to make an appointment." I was like, "No, I'm keeping my baby. We going to get married. We going to do this. We going to do that." And my mother like, "No, it's not going to go that way. Trust me, it's not going to go that way." But you couldn't tell me nothing about this man, okay? And now 18 years later, I raised that girl on my own. He haven't been to a birthday party since she was 2 years old. And I've been a single mother. And that's how it went. My mother was right. I was wrong.